Hello, welcome to this Adobe XD tutorial. Let's open the application. You can access it from Creative Cloud. And in this tutorial, I'm going to create a simple app for iPhone XS, but there are of course other sizes available for different mobile devices, web, and even custom sizes. So here is our artboard. Let's first rename our document. You can do it by double clicking, and I call it tutorial. Let's save it on this computer, not on the cloud. So XD is a really powerful tool, and in this space you can see you can zoom out endlessly. So I want to bring my sketch on the paper to the environment so I can refer to my ideas and make a digital version of the application. I selected a rectangle tool, so you can create a rectangle. And here's what you see is the essential stuff about XD. They have different concept of a mask tool. So here you don't need to create a mask separately. You can just drop the picture inside the object. And it crops the picture according to the size of the main object where you drop the picture. So I have 5 views in my sketch and I need to create those. You can rename your artboard by double clicking on its name on the top, like I'm doing currently. And you can duplicate them. I use some hotkeys for that purpose. On Mac it will be you click on the artboard, press Option and then drag it. On Windows it will be Alt, not Option. You of course can use Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and Command C and Command V on Mac. So here are our artboards. I will all rename them according to my paper sketch. While I'm doing this, I can explain you regarding the toolbar and control elements that you can you have in UI here. So on the left side, you have a selection tool. You can create shapes like rectangle, circle, and triangle, line, and do vector graphics, and also insert text. On the right side, you have all control elements related to the environment you are currently in. To make my application looking more realistic, I prepared a background for my artboards that represent iPhone XS wireframe. So you can see there is a visualization of a battery and cellular connection. I duplicate it to all my other artboards. Again, you can use simple Option and drag it, or Alt and drag it, and this way you will duplicate needed object. Alright, for my application I also need to pick some colors, and you can use Adobe Color Service. You can see the link to that, and this is really great. You can choose color schemes or palettes according to your needs. There could be monochromatic colors, triads, and complementary colors, so you can play with that. You can also have a reference picture and upload it, and it will detect colors and provide you a palette. You can also do some exploration of trends in graphic UI, architecture, game design, and other different genres, and pick palettes that you think will represent the mood of the application. So I've selected colors for my application. I just print screen them and copy pasted them into the environment. And now what I'm doing is to create a palette inside the application so it remembers all the colors that I need. You simply pick the color and add plus in the color wheel, and it will automatically add it to your palette, and then later you don't need a color picker at all. You just select colors that you have saved. Right, next I want to use some special font for the name of my application, and you can use fonts Google for that purpose. It's really powerful because you can see how your text simply will type like text in real time. You can also do some settings, like if you don't want to use sans serif, or you want to only like handwriting or whatever, so you can also calibrate language and other font properties. So I like this McLaren font, and you can basically download it by pressing plus, and yeah, download it and install it, and it's ready to be used. Now I will test this font that I have chosen. Press the text, just click it and you will be able to write, and I'm writing Cyclify, and I'm looking for that font that I just downloaded. On the right side you see the settings for your text. It automatically have chosen my font. I just will change the size to 40, and I will change the color also. Yes, we created our palette, the colors are available for me. I just press the one that I like, and then I will align this text according to my artboard, so environment of the application. I will center it and place it where I want it to be. You can see the guidelines from the application. It shows you how many pixels it far from top and bottom, and also from sides. Now I want to create a bike icon. I will use for that purposes simple shapes, and also create some free forms with a vector tool. And I'll block the bottom layer, so when I manipulate objects on the top, it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't move. So let's create a wheel. I will just do some simple lines, change the colors according to my needs, and I will duplicate this line that I just created, and I will just manipulate the angle of this line that I duplicated. And another powerful tool is you can flip this line horizontally by clicking this icon, yes, and then you can group the objects. Now I will create a circle on the top of this. I will lock the sizing so it changes symmetrically, and I will remove the feel of this circle because I just need the outline. I will fix its size and yeah, place it on top. I will change the color again, and here it is, it's ready wheel. I will also change the size of the outline, the border. I'll make it maybe 2. Yes, so and then I will duplicate this. I will actually merge it with the group I created before, and I will name it wheel. So bike has 2 wheels. I can duplicate that wheel. So what I'm gonna do now, I will create a freeform. I select the pen tool, and I create other parts of the bike that you can't create with simple shapes. Let's see how I'm doing. I can also manipulate the color and the borders of the shape and the thickness of the line and so on. Basically, when you click, you create a continuation of a line, and you create a point of a vector. And this vector, if you double click, it changes its settings, so it becomes curved, and you can fix how it should curve according to your needs. So here is our bike. It's a simple icon that I made, and I'm pretty sure if you know what you want, you can also create yours. But of course, there are like other available sources where you can download some shapes. Alright, next I want to create a button, login button and register button. You see these dots next to the shape border. So if you drag them, you can make a um, curved form out of rectangle. This is really nice. Then I type a text, place it, change the settings. So here I will teach you how to make a component out of this button. So you might end up having many objects that you might want to change later, and if you create a component, you can change the master component and it will these changes will apply to all objects that you copied. Like here I will demonstrate you. So now the login button is the master one, and look, I'm gonna change some settings and it will appear on the copied register button. So this is really powerful and time-saving feature that allows you to manipulate multiple objects at the same time. So here is my final design of the buttons. I aligned the objects on the main view so they look organic. And what I need now to create this map, I don't want to draw it by myself, so I use this nice graphics stock. It's called freepik.com. Here you can Google anything that you want and utilize for your prototypes if you run it out of time. It's a pity, but XD doesn't allow to import many vector formats like EPS, for instance. It allows only SVG, so that will be editable vector graphics. So I edited this map in Sketch application and I saved it as a SVG, and then I will just upload it to my screen view and I will adjust its sizes, so it's again a masked layer. Now I will show you how to make a gradient fill in XD. It's not very trivial, so in the field there is a solid color selection tool, and then you can select linear, gradient, and adjust colors as you want them. You can make one part of a gradient transparent like I did, so it looks pretty fancy. Next I copy the button and it's gonna be start a ride button. Now I want to make an icon of a user. I again downloaded existing icon and I will just adjust it to my needs, so I will change colors again and position it properly. Next I'm gonna do a pin indicator where the user is on this map. It's just a simple circle with a white outline. To align your UI objects properly, drag some rulers from the top and side of the artboard, so it will help you to put objects in their places. Now I'm moving to my next view, which I decided to be an overlay layer. When I'm gonna prototype, it will appear on the top of a logged in view. So I'm creating a simple shape, rectangle shape, adding some shadow on top of it, and starting to fill in the content of that overlay. XD actually has really nice alignment tools, which you can find on the top right corner. So you can center elements, align them to the left or right side, distribute objects evenly. So now I'm also placing the battery icon. I will change its borders because I think it's a little bit bold for my design. So I'm creating a new border, make it white so it's not that bold anymore. So this battery represents how the user has charged his phone while biking. Okay, here is the final version of the overlay layer, and now I'm moving to the next view, which gonna show the statistics of the ride. I'm gonna change the title to uppercase, and I'm gonna import my icons. I want to resize them, so when I do it now, it goes wrong. It's because the responsive resize was on, but now I switch it off and resizing goes right. I just changed the height to a specific amount of pixels. So I changed the color of the icon and I apply it to all others. Here all icons are in the place, and now I make an indicator where the user is currently in what kind of view. So this is a simple rectangle. I curved its edges and centered it according to the icon. What I'm gonna do next, I want to create some dummy content because I don't want to invent it right now. Of course, you're gonna be not lazy students and you will do your content properly. But just for the demonstration purpose, I'm gonna use this lorem ipsum plugin. I shared it with you in the folder. You can find it and download it too if you want to use it. So basically what you do, you create a text field, type something there, then select it with a selection tool and do some quick lorem ipsum. And here you have some content. I changed the color of the text. Next I'm gonna visualize some simple graph. It's also not very informative, just for the demonstration purposes. I again will use pen tool to make a freeform, color it and add some gradient fill. Here I'm demonstrating how you can use a grid tool. I just created one simple line and then applied a grid, and it allows me to edit of these lines in a matter of seconds. Okay, here is the final version of the graph. Now I will create an exit button from this statistics view. It's just a simple line. Again, I manipulate the angle of that line when I duplicate it. As I have like 3 options for statistics, I'm gonna duplicate that layer 2 times, sorry. I will change some content, but I'll pay more attention to the last statistic view about like social aspect of that application, where user can check how his achievements compared to his friends. Here I will show you again how to use a repeat grid tool, and I will demonstrate how you can use another plugin that can bring some random user photos to your prototype, again really fast and easy. So here I'm making a field with placeholder for user picture, his name, surname, and some statistics. Now I will make a repeat grid thingy, and I want to make this view scrollable. That's why I'm changing the size of the artboard accordingly. Again, you need to pay attention to settings of the objects you have, like that it doesn't have a responsive resize, and sometimes you will need to use resizing based on the points of a vector shape, like I do currently. So let's put some pictures, user pictures, to that view. I use plugin UI faces. You select gender, you can actually apply various settings and sources of those pictures, and you see it's really quick and automatic. Let's get started with prototyping. So my first view will be connected with the logged in screen, and I use simple tap transition with slight left, and then a logged in view will be connected to the overlay view. So here I have to select tab, and action will be overlay, and I do it from animation, so it will come up from bottom. Next, I'm connecting this to the statistics view. It's again simple tap transition. I connect other views again with a simple tap transition. Next, I'm gonna show you how to make a simple animation inside your prototype. So I'm duplicating my first layer. I want wheels of that bicycle to roll. So, and I'm duplicating the view and changing the rotation angle of the wheels several times. Okay, in a prototyping mode, I connect these duplicated layers. I choose triggers at a time, set it to 0 seconds, and as action I select auto animate. Then I loop this animation, connecting the final duplicated layer to the original one, and I connect all buttons to the logged in view, so we can at any point move to the next view. So let's see how it looks like. It's moving. Okay, thank you for your attention. That was my tutorial for you. I hope you find it useful.